guys. Simoon, Sutri, Xander, Zephyros, Vayu, Vata, Shamal, Chinook, Bora, Gale, Hamarton, Joe. What's going on, guys? It's BenCappp. Today, the bird is the word. We got Blackwings. I'm going to be doing a combo video primarily, but I want to talk about some of the stuff that you're going to see in this combo video. I'm starting out with Poison, and that's because I can kind of showcase every single Blackwing. Like, I will utilize every one of their effects at some point throughout these combos by utilizing Poison. So we'll be starting out with him pretty much every time. That being said, you're going to see a lot of stuff. You're going to see Dragoons, you're going to see Borland, that stuff on the same board, Ultimate Falcon, all sharing a board. I mean, it's a lot of crazy stuff. And I want to point this out because how do you take a combo deck and make it like have integrity, right? Any deck going first nowadays, you can play 31 ofs and make some crazy board. But I wanted to test and take and show all the different things you can make so that you can decide what's the best way to play this deck. What is the best way to cover my board going first? What's the best cards to have going second? Really, try to build integrity in the deck and not just make it some one of combo spammy weird thing, right? So this is where I'm at with the deck after hours of testing. Poison's just as good as you will see, and I think Gamma is like a perfect choice for this deck just because it can actually protect Poison. So Gamma's huge. I did throw in the P.U.N.K.s as well as Chaos Ruler. Possible it's going to get hurt on the ban list. We'll see. Until then, it's irrelevant, right? So yeah, I will post this deck in the description below. That way you can just access it and start testing, trying to decide for yourself what you want to see. And it'll also have sidecars, which I'm going to discuss at the end. You probably want to just either skip to it if you're over this, or check it out. Just cards that you want to consider potentially playing based on what you have in mind. Some of those cards will include like Harpie's Feather Duster, of course, woohoo, yeah, nice. And just a few others. So let's jump into the combos, see this craziness, and let you kind of decide for yourself how you want to play this. Alrighty guys, we are starting out with the Poison in hand, like I said, and we've got another Blackwing in hand, Zonda. Zonda is not going to be used in this combo, it's irrelevant, but you do need another Blackwing in your hand in order to use Poison's effect. So I will be explaining this pretty detailed the first time around, and then after that, the second time, I will just kind of play through it so you can see it again, but the third and on-so times, I won't be showing the first like 8 steps or something because it's the same thing pretty much every single time. But I will show it very strictly this first time around and then let you get the hang of it the second time. So Poison in hand, we got to banish a Blackwing from our hand to get Poison out onto the field. So Poison's effect brings a Black Whirlwind straight from your deck to the spell and trap zone, and it also normals itself to the field. It is all in one chain. It does not take away your normal summon for the turn, which is bonkers, and it does trigger the Black Whirlwind. So Black Whirlwind is going to allow you to add Illusionary Spark to hand, who then will be normal summoned to activate its effect and the Black Whirlwind the second time. In this case, you'll be adding Vata with the Black Whirlwind, and then Illusionary Spark will allow you to add Shamal. So it's important to add them in such sequence because the Black Whirlwind only allows you to add a Blackwing with attack less than the one that was summoned. So you would not be able to add Shamal with Whirlwind's effect. So you definitely want to make sure you get Vata and then Shamal. So Shamal will discard itself from the hand in order to put the new Blackwing Spell and Trap Black Feather Whirlwind straight into the Spell and Trap zone as well. So Vata can be special summoned because we control Blackwing monster, and then it'll use its effect to send monsters from the deck to the graveyard in order to make Black Winged Dragon Synchro monster level 8. So they do have to equal 8 in total, including the Vata. And this locks you into dark monsters for the turn, and so does Poison's effect. So note that because that kind of limits your extra deck quite a bit, and that's why you'll see some of the cards you see as choices. So Vata will send Zephyros and Harmattan, which will be used in the combo at some point, to bring out the Black Winged Dragon. So this is part of which I was talking about. This is kind of, you'll see this every single time for the boards that we're making today, just because it showcases all the effects. So Blackwing Dragon's out. That is going to trigger the Black Feather Whirlwind because a dark synchro monster was special summoned from the extra deck. So once per turn, you'll be able to trigger this to bring back a Blackwing monster from the graveyard or banished zone. In this case, the first time it's going to be Vata, and it would not be a Blackwing combo unless Zephyros bounced something back to the hand and special summoned itself. So we're going to bring the Black Feather Whirlwind back to the hand, and normally we would take 400 damage, but instead, let me go back a little bit, sorry about that. Instead, we're going to be putting a counter on the Blackwing Dragon, and it's going to lose 700 attack. So every time you would take some damage from your Blackwing effects, you're actually just not going to. You're going to put a counter on this, and that also gives you some protection because anytime a dark monster would be destroyed battle or card effect, you can remove a counter from the field to protect it. So double whammy. Time rules are great, so that's really nice that they added some way to just not have you get burned as you're doing your combos. Neat. So from this point, the Zephyros is back on the field. We're activating our Black Feather Whirlwind again from the hand. That allows us to utilize its effect once more. We're going to Synchro Summon into Boreas the Evil Wind, a new support card, level 6. It's going to trigger its effect to send a Blackwing from the deck straight to the graveyard, and it will copy its level. Because we did Synchro Summon him, the Black Feather Whirlwind will go off. And we're also going to chain Shamal as Chain Link 3 to add our Harmattan back to hand. This is because a Dark Synchro monster was summoned. Shamal and the graveyard can activate its effect at any time that happens. So it will banish itself, add the Harmattan to hand. Black Feather Whirlwind will bring back our Vata once more. And Boreas will send our Vayu from the deck to graveyard, which makes it a level 1. At this point, we will special summon Harmattan because we control a Blackwing monster. Harmattan will activate its effect to it will target a Blackwing you control and increase its level by that. So we targeted the Boreas. Well, there's a lot of words in this, my friends. We targeted the Boreas, who was level 1, to make the Harmattan level 3. At this point, we're going to Synchro Summon into Hot Red Archfiend by utilizing the Black-Winged Dragon and the level 1 Boreas. We're going to activate the Vayu's effect to banish itself from the graveyard, as well as our Zephyros to make a level 5 Synchro, who's going to be Sohaya. And they're going to be utilized to make a Link Strix Winged Beast monster. So when they are special summoned, they will bring out a level 4 Winged Beast monster from your deck. We're just going to use Shamal again. They cannot be used as linked materials, so it's cool to bring out a tuner. That way you can utilize it in that manner. And Shamal is good to have in the grave for setup, for next turn. So from there, we're going to make our Obsidian Hawk Joe. It's your boy Joe, level 7 with the Shamal and the level 3 Harmattan that we made. Joe will be able to special summon a level 5 or higher Blackwing, which can bring back the Boreas to the field, who then just going to link off into Unicorn. And then we're going to special summon Black-Winged Assault Dragon, also a new support card, who's able to bring itself onto the field if a Blackwing Synchro Tuner and a Blackwing Dragon are either on the field or in the graveyard. So in this case, we're able to banish the two of them from the grave to bring it straight out of the extra deck. And then from there, we're going to make a Boral End Dragon, because why not? We do have a little bit more here. We're going to make a Boral Savage Dragon, attach that Wondrous Unicorn to it, and get 3 negates potentially. So we're going to end with a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, a big old Borland, and a Savage Dragon. Neat. Alright, so this time around, like I said, I'm going to be starting with Poison. I'm going to kind of let it play through a little bit. We'll make some other changes at some points in the combo, but it will be essentially the same. So discard that to add the Black Feather Whirlwind to the field. Special summon Vata. Vata is going to send the same two, Zephyros and Harmattan, which allows you to special summon Blackwing Dragon. Since he was special summoned, we can bring back the Vata. I'm going to bounce that with Zephyros, reactivate it once again, send those two off to make Boreas. We're going to chain, or we're actually going to bring back Shamal this time. So this is kind of where the difference is, not a big deal. But we're still gonna send the value. We brought back the level 4 instead of level 2. We're gonna make our first full armor master. We're gonna activate Shamal's effect since it was special summoned onto the field. We're able to banish it to add Harmattan back to the hand. Target the Boreas. Bring out the hot red. Banish these two from the graveyard to get a level 5 out. Make our Y-Strix. Bring out the Shamal. Synchro with Shamal to then activate Joe's effect to bring back poison. Banish the synchros from the grave to bring out the Assault Winged Dragon. And we're going to end here with Borland, Hot Red, and Full Armor Master. Alright, so this is the board I kind of said you're going to have this board like every single time. We've just special summoned the Blackwing Dragon by using Vata's effect. So the Zephyros and the Harmattan are in the grave. We're going to play it from here. This is what, just know those first steps, right? So that's going to come back out. Since we synchro summoned the Blackwinged Dragon, we're going to bounce it back to hand, put it back on, synchro again. We got Chain Link 3. We're going to be using Shamal's effect to bring a card back to our hand. This is going to special summon a monster, and that's going to send one to the deck or to the grave. Blech. So sending the value again, bringing out the level 5. We're going to make Mud Dragon this time, level 6. We're going to make Full Armor Master. We're going to special summon Harmattan. Don't need its effect to change its level. We're going to bring out the Y-Strix, who's just going to bring out another level 4. We're going to make another Full Armor Master, and we're going to activate Mud Dragon's effect here to utilize the Dark Y-Strix to make Caliga. So we're ending this board with two monsters that cannot be affected by any of your opponent's card effects and a Caliga. Pretty nice. Now on top of that, we can bring out a Black Winged Assault Dragon as well because those two were in the graveyard, right? Nice. Alrighty, so same step as before. We're at the Muddy Mug Dragon. The alternative to what I showed you just a second ago is that from here, you can actually go ahead and special summon that Black Winged Assault Dragon, who is a dragon, by banishing these two just like before. Instead of being the last step, do it from here. That way you can go ahead and activate Muddy Mud Dragon to make a Dragoons while having two Full Armor Masters. So cool. Alright guys, same position. We just summoned our Blackwing Dragon by sending Zephyros. Zephyros gonna bounce that to hand. Gonna get a counter. We're gonna send those two away to make Boreas again. Bring the Harmattan back to hand. Get the Vata back onto field. Send the value. We're gonna synchro into level 7 with the Boreas, who was level 1, and the poison. Activate Joe's effect to bring back Boreas. Special summon Harmattan, targeting the Boreas to make it level 8, which allows you to go into the Full Armor Master. From there, you're going to link off Joe to make IP, who is dark, so it's totally cool. From this point, you can just go ahead and end. You're going to send away your Boreas and the IP to make Hulk, who then is going to bring out the Vata, level 2. You're going to have Formula Synchron come out, so now you've got 2 level 2s. And you can draw a card and synchro summon immediately into none other than Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity, which is going to just shut off your opponent's entire turn. Nice. And that'll also let you special summon one from the graveyard or banish zone as well. Just brought back Joe because Joe's cool, right? Alrighty guys, you know the deal. Just brought out the Blackwing Dragon with Vata's effect. It's going to let us bring back Vata with the spell card. Zephyros is going to bounce it, bring itself out, activate the spell card again. Illusionary Spark and Poison will be linked off into Y-Strix, who's going to bring out Shamal. From here, we will synchro summon level 6 Boreas, who will send value. Shamal is going to activate to bring back the Harmattan to hand. And the spell card will bring Vata back to field. So value to grave. We're going to bring out Harmattan. This time we'll be targeting Vata to make Harmattan level 4. We're going to sync off the Black Winged Dragon and the Vata into full armor. We will banish with value and Zephyros to make our level 5, who allow us to make a Synchro 6 into Muddy Mud Dragon. We're then going to overlay into Force Tricks, activate its effect to add Bora to hand. From here we can now activate Y-Strix's effect because a Raid Raptor was activated this turn, an Exceed Raid Raptor. So Y-Strix lets us add a rank up card. It's going to be the Phantom Knight's rank up Magic Force, which you will see in action in just a moment. From here, we will banish the 2 Synchro monsters to bring out our Winged Assault Dragon. That would, of course, allow us to get Dragoons with Muddy Mud Dragon. We'll then special the Bora Spear to utilize Y-Strix in it and make Rusty. Rusty will then activate, sending our Raider's Wing and setting our Phantom Knight's Shade. So I don't think we actually even use the Shade in this combo. We're going to banish 3 in order to rank up our Raid Raptor monster by 3 into the Arsenal Falcon. So at this point, if Arsenal Falcon is destroyed by a card effect, it doesn't have to be your opponent's, and it has a Raid Raptor XYZ as material, aka Force Tricks, you can bring out Ultimate Falcon. So we are not going to activate Rusty's effect just yet. And that happens when an XYZ is summoned to a zone it points to. We'll do that in a second. Now activate Arsenal Falcon's effect to bring out Strangolangus, Lanius, who then can actually bring out the Raider Wing as because a XYZ is under an XYZ, you're able to just bring out another Raid Raptor. So bring that out, exceed them, and my choice this time was Evil Swarm Nightmare. You can do a lot of different things. I like Evil Swarm Nightmare. I think it's pretty good. You could also utilize the trap and make your Time Thief, which allows you to send a monster onto the top of your opponent's deck. Stuff like that. Just an XYZ. But once you do make that XYZ, Rusty's going to trigger. You can just send your Arsenal Falcon to the grave to bring out your big boy Ultimate Falcon. And yeah, we didn't even use the trap card. We didn't even need it. You could even set a Fog Blade instead if you wanted to. But, I mean, what is this board? You've got a Link XYZ Fusion Synchro, trap, unaffected by opponent's card effects, unaffected by opponent's card effects, a negation that pumps them up to 4K, can't be targeted or destroyed. Anything they special summon will be flipped face down. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I mean, it really, truly doesn't. Even if you Dark Ruler here, you're still looking at 2 massive monsters. And if you don't have Dark Ruler, I mean, forget about it. So, pretty dope. Alright, you know the deal. Bringing out our Black-Winged Dragon. Bringing back the Vata. Zephyros onto the field. Gonna go into the Synchro 6. Gonna change Shamal. Bring back the Hermatan. Bring out Vata. Send Vayu. Make your boy Joe. Joe's gonna bring back Boreas. Vayu will this time banish the poison to make a level 7 instead of a level 5. I'm gonna overlay this time into interesting card Diablos. Why? Because I just want to show the things that you can do. So Diablos actually lets you banish an opponent's extra deck monster face down on your first turn. I mean, pretty crazy. We're gonna from there use Hermatan to target Vata to increase its level in order for us to make full armor master. We're then going to make Muddy Mud Dragon, targeting itself and the Blackwinged to make Dragoons. We're then can banish to make Blackwinged Assault Dragon. I'm laughing, man, because it's just like, this is crazy. To be able to banish any extra deck monster your opponent has. From that point, they might not even be able to out these cards. I mean, this is unaffected by everything. And they literally just might not have an out to this stuff. I mean, it's crazy good. Alright, and I wanted to show you this in case maybe you've got a couple Black Whirlwinds. There's, you know, different routes and stuff, of course. This time, instead of making Boreas, we're going to first make the Nothing Starlight. Nothing Starlight allows you to get an extra normal summon. So, that being said, we're going to activate Shamal to bring back Zephyros, because Zephyros is the highest target for attack in our graveyard at the moment. That way we can add more options. So we'll be able to just normal the Zephyros once more. to trigger that Black Whirlwind. So I just wanted to show you that in case maybe you've got 2 of them on the field, you can just really start to add cards. We're going to add the Gale here, make hot red, bring out level 5, go Strix, bring out level 3 or 4, Shamal, make full armor, go into Unicorn, bring out Borland. You've seen this before, but I just wanted to show that in case maybe you've got multiple of these, you can add even more cards to hand. So since I have the deck list, I wanted to be able to show a couple like full hand draws here, particularly this time like not with E-Tele, just so you can see how these kind of cards can coexist very well. So activate Black Whirlwind. We do not have poison. That's another thing I didn't want to show again. I'm gonna activate the Illusionary Spark and Black Whirlwind to add a second Vata and Shamal here. Shamal gonna get us the Feather Whirlwind. Gonna activate the Foxy Tune, discarding 1 Vata to bring out Deer Note. Illusionary Spark is going to activate its effect to tribute a monster in the field to bring out a level 2 tuner token, which will then, of course, trigger the Deer Note. And we're going to bring back the Foxy Tune. We're going to synchro off into level 6 Boreas. Let's activate our Feather Whirlwind, bring back Vata, send value. This time, I didn't mention initially, Illusionary Spark, when you do activate that effect to get that token, you're locked into synchros, so no XYZ, no link, no fusion, yada yada. So from here, we're going to make our Black Winged Dragon. We're going to use Shamal's effect to bring back the Harmattan to hand. We're going to bounce that to hand with Zephyros, reactivate it. We're avoiding a lot of effect damage thanks to the Black Winged Dragon. We're going to sync off Black Winged and Boreas to make our hot red. That's going to trigger the Whirlwind another time. Going to bring them out. We're going to go into full armor with Foxy Tune and Vata. Going to use our value from grave to bring out the level 5. Going to special summon the Vata because we did not special summon it earlier and we had it in hand this whole time. We're going to make your boy Joe. He's going to bring out Boreas. We're going to make a second full armor and bring out our Black Winged Assault Dragon. So pretty cool. 2 unaffected monsters. The Black Winged Assault adding pressure. We got 1 Omni Negate. Fun times. So this time, kind of an awkward hand, but we do have an E-Tele, which is massive. I wanted to show this too. This rank up in the main deck that I'm playing, I am not using Arsenal Falcon, which is the exceeded level 7. I am just going straight into Ultimate Falcon by banishing a lot of dark monsters. So I don't see any problem with that so far. E-Tele bring out Xiamen. Xiamen is going to add our Foxy Tune, of course. Foxy Tune is going to discard the Vata to bring out Deer Note. From this point, we can make our Chaos Ruler, activate Deer Note to bring out Xiamen. Sending our 5, we milled a Illusionary Spark. We have not normaled yet. What else did we mill? We did mill Zonda, which is sick. And also value. Crazy. Really good. So from there, the Xiamen and Chaos Ruler will allow us to make Hulk. Hulk will bring out our Gale. We're going to activate our Feather Storm, or Feather Whirlwind, and summon Blizzard Far North, who's going to let us get Vata out of the grave. Activate Vata's effect to send Zephyros and Harmattan to make Black Winged. The usual, gonna be able to special summon with Black Feather. This time we're actually gonna bring out Harmattan, targeting your boy Blizzard, making it at level 4. Bounce that back to hand, reactivate it at some point, right? We're gonna make 4 Strix this time because we do have the rank up in hand. We want to be able to utilize it, so we're gonna add Bora to hand. Special Bora, make Boreas, send Shamal, activate that because we actually forgot to do it the first time. Doesn't matter. We're gonna banish Zonda to bring out Zonda. I like to bring out Zonda when I know I'm gonna synchro summon again, because Zonda actually locks you into synchros when it's on the field. So your other option is to use Poison, of course, who doesn't lock you into synchros, that we can do other things. But I mean, if you're gonna make a synchro with that level 6 or like in a second, use Zonda, because then you can use Zonda's effect next turn as well. And just so you know, when Zonda is special to the field, it bounces a card on the field to hand. So it's pretty cool to have as a backup play. And when you do have the Blackwing Dragon, you're not taking 2300 damage. You're just putting a token on it. So that's cool. So from there, we make the full armor master. The whirlwind on field will go off. We're going to activate Shamal's effect to add a card to hand. We're going to add the blizzard just for a backup play for next turn. From there, we're going to bring out Vata, make a second full armor, because why not? Keep in mind, I mean, you could be doing other things potentially, right? But I like unaffected cards. Gonna make the wise tricks here. This time, gonna banish Dark and Light to bring out our Chaos Ruler. Gonna jump into Boralend with the rank 2, and the Chaos Ruler. Then from there, we're gonna banish a bunch of Darks and make Ultimate Falcon. Good freaking luck, dude. You've got 3 cards that are just straight up unaffected by your opponent, and then Boralend. So, I mean, I think it's important to note, like in the meta, why I kind of decided on some of the extra choices. Super Poly is a card, and Dark Ruler is a card right now, and these just ignore that completely. So I like Boralend too. I think Boralend will be, start to gain more popularity. That being said, it's a Link 5. We're not playing Rockets, so we don't benefit from being able to negate something the opponent controls. I just basically as a showcase to be like, hey, we can get into a Link 5. So if you feel like other Link monsters are more appropriate, like just going IP and being able to make like Appaloosa instead, do that. Because IP is a dark monster, so that's something for you to consider. You can make IP and then jump into any Link after that. Just a lot you can do, as you can see. Alrighty guys, I wanted to show you this real quick for the Featherstorm lovers out there, because nice card. I was playing Parallel Exceed quite a bit. I cut it for consistency purposes. I wanted a 40 card deck because I want to see Poison, and I want to see Gamma, and I want to see the E-Tellies. So it was a hard choice because this card is actually extremely good in this deck. It helps you make your Force Tricks, which helps the Exceed plays. You can use it with the Hulk tuner. You can do a lot with this card. It's actually very good, but like I said, I did cut it just for consistency purposes. I wanted to show you this. This is an exaggerated combo for fun, right? But the main thing is you can make your Harpie Conductor with the 2 Parallel Exceed. So for those who do like Harpie's Featherstorm, Parallel Exceed, instant Harpie Conductor, you're able to activate that card straight from the hand. Fun. But in this combo, for funsies, if you wanted to just be playing a few extra deck cards in one brick, you can make Boreas here. I also actually wanted to show you this combo because, as I said, this deck can do it all. We're going to bring out Zonda. Let me back this up a couple steps for you guys, sorry. We're going to summon Illusionary Spark, who's going to add the Vata to hand. Vata's going to be a special summon straight to the field. We're not going to activate Vata's effects, that'll lock us into dark monsters. We don't want that because we want to be able to use the Harpie Conductor. So we're going to Synchro 6 into Boreas. Boreas will trigger. We're going to send Zonda. This time we will be using Zonda's effect, banishing itself to bring out another Zonda. And like I said, if I know I'm going to be Synchro summoning, I'm going to bring out Zonda so I have a backup play for next turn. Wouldn't you know it? You can make Tzolkan. So we're going to make Tzolkan here. We're going to set the Harpie's Featherstorm. We're going to bring out a very irrelevant Igniter Prominence, who's able to bring out a tuner, Draco Slayer. From there, we can utilize Tzolkan and it to make Hulk. He's going to trigger the Parallel Exceed. Hulk is going to bring out a Gamma because we don't want to draw this going second, or going on our third turn here. So we'll use it as a level 2 tuner. Parallel Exceed will trigger, bringing out another Parallel Exceed. And boom, you got a Harpie's Conductor. So this is as live as it gets. Fair. And we're going to make a Barone off of the Draco Slayer and the Gamma. So from this point, we'll pass our turn. We can utilize Hulk at first, activation of something, or summon, or whatever. Bring out the Desert Locust, we all know. We can discard a card out of our opponent's hand, and we can, of course, activate the Harpie's Featherstorm at any point. So the main takeaway is not to do the Draco Slayer stuff, Barone, Locust, yada, yada, yada. you just know, just off of Illusionary Spark by itself and Parallel Exceed, or just making Hulk, not even making Hulk, just making any Link monster, you can Parallel Exceed and Harpie Conductor, and this will be live immediately. That's the point of it. So you can also make Tzolkan, which is why I wanted to show this, because that's cool. I mean, everyone loves Tzolkan, right? So yeah, that's that. Deck discussion here, like I was talking about, cards that I removed that should be considered seeing play. The nothing, it's not necessary. You can go plus if you've got Black Whirlwinds out, right? But I just don't really need it, especially because I took out the Auster and the Blizzard. They're kind of like dead cards in my hand, because I don't want this deck to be a normal summon, it's negated, and I'm dead. And that's kind of what these cards kind of feel like, and because of that, because I don't really need their normal summon effect, I took out the nothing, because that's where you can really start to go crazy and extend. But all of it feels like a win more, you know? Like if this stuff worked, all of this stuff's going to work, and at that point, I don't even need it. So, something else to consider with the Foxy Tomb stuff and the Chaos Ruler, Dingirsu, super good card, dark, so it's valid. You know, if you want to fit it, right now I have 2 full armors in there because that card is fun. So you can totally fit that card in there if you want to. Again, like I said, IP Masquerena allows you to use Appaloosa like all the time if you want to do that. I'm kind of just tuning stuff to just not get Dark Ruler no more. I don't want to get Super Poly, blah, blah, blah. Ultimate Slayer, all that stuff. So I like the deck the way it is, but these cards are just as relevant to be put in there as anything else. So like I said, I took these 2 out. They're excellent starters. I'm not playing Allure, so this kind of defeats this card's purpose a little bit more. That being said, like I want to use Poison, who does banish a card already, and it adds Black Whirlwind. So from that point, like you could play this card if you banish like a relevant card. Say I banish like Zephyros, I can search this instead and bring it back. But it's just I can do that with the Black Feather Whirlwind brings back banished cards. So I just feel like this is not necessary. I'd rather just add the Illusionary Spark and search my Vata or my Shamal. So another card, Borolo Dragon, super good. It's actually coming back in popularity again. It's a link 4. Borolen's a link 5, so it's even easier to make. Yeah. Parallel Exceed, like I said, little trio here. You can make your Harpie Conductor and make this card live. You want to play this card? Do it. You want to play this and this? Do it. Keep in mind, if you don't see the Parallel Exceeds, you're not playing any other wins, so it's a good chance you won't be able to activate this unless you do some like IP plays or something. Dark's here. Dark's good, easy to make. And then Tactics. Tactics is a card to consider. I'm losing my voice, guys. It's really good, but like I came to the conclusion I want to I want to already have the cards I need in hand. There's also this card, Yoink, right here, lets you draw 2 cards by controlling 2 winged beasts. Stuff like that, where it's like, that's a +1 for free, but I want to have the card in my hand already. I don't want to have to do something first and then plus. I don't want to have to do something first and then win more, you know? I got to have the right cards in hand to start with. And that's why Tactics didn't make the cut. That being said, yeah, 40 card deck. I wanted to make it so that it doesn't die off of getting its normal summon stuck. Foolish is very versatile. It's important, and I bumped up the Zonda to 2 between it and the Foxy Tune, because if you say you normal summon Illusionary Spark and it gets gammaed or like even ogred, now you don't have a Blackwing on the field. Like you can't do much. You're kind of dead. If you look at this deck, they all kind of need a Blackwing on the field. So Foolish is great for getting Zonda and then bringing out another Poison or Zonda. It's pretty important when you think about it. And the E-Telly and the P.U.N.K.s do a good job letting you like Chaos Ruler into getting a Hulk out, which Hulk lets you bring out one of the Blackwing tuners. So then you've got a Blackwing on the field again. That stuff's super necessary. And I went back and forth, and I didn't even have him down at the bottom here. I went back and forth with the Phantom Knight cards because like this card's actually really good. The Raid Raptor Strangle Langius or whatever is very good. This card is very easy to make, and it can like it can take nothing and make something out of. So it is really good. But man, you got to play like really you end up playing like 5 bricks. You know, you end up playing it in the extra deck, which is fine. But then you have to make space to potentially play a second Phantom Knight, because you do have to play Raider's Wing. If you draw the Raider's Wing, like now you're screwed. So you want to play an extra target like Boots, who can get out, and at least you can use it for link fodder. Then you have to play a Phantom Knight card, which is most likely going to be Shades, because it's good, right? You can set it, activate it, now you're gonna level 4. But like I don't think that the rank 4s are like need to be the focus for this deck. I don't think making Ultimate Falcon solely like I gotta make Ultimate Falcon is the right way, because I think, like I said in the beginning of this video, if you take any deck, let it go first against no hand traps, yeah, it's gonna do crazy stuff. But you need to find the best way to be consistent and to be able to play. And I think between playing Raider's Wing, a second Phantom Knight, the Phantom Knight trap, and then having to play the Strangolangus, it's just like too much. It's too much potential to be a bad hand. I know Strangolangus works very well, just being able to get itself out, but I get a level 4 out in the field. That's all I do. Then it's not a Blackwing, so I can't put more Blackwings on the field, so you get stuck. And it's a risky, very risky drawing these cards. So that's all my explanations for you. My voice is gone. I'm sure your ears are tired of hearing it, and I'm gonna let you guys go. So have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope those of you who love this archetype get to just have some freaking fun with it. Thanks again, guys. Take care.